I don't know why I'm clapping, actually. I'm filming on my phone again, and I don't need to sync the audio. I suppose I ought to probably start explaining this video quite quickly. Don't worry, I'm not vlogging from a prison cell. However, I have had an interaction with a policeman which I do want to talk about. So, if you cast your minds back all the way to September, I made a video called 5 Meltdowns in 5 Days. And in that video, when I was describing my Tuesday, I said something else happened in the evening, and that something really messed with my mind. For those of you who haven't seen the video, I've been in London all day, I've had a meltdown on the tube, and then on the coach. It's not going well. And then I get the bus back to my granny's because that's where I park my car. Get in my car, get ready to drive off. Driving, you know, it's only been like 30 seconds in the car and there's blue flashing lights behind me and I'm like, oh, okay. I thought he wanted to overtake me, so I pulled over to the left, just thinking, oh, he just wants to go past. I don't know why he doesn't just go past, it's quite an open road. Just thought I'll wait for him to clear along, but then he pulled alongside me. I think that was quite a good visual representation of what happened in my mind. Turns out, in the 30 seconds I'd been driving, I forgot to turn my lights on. It's a mistake that so many people make. I haven't done since, by the way. So he was pulling me over to say, turn on your lights, please. I'm already exhausted. I was just about right to be driving. Well, clearly not if I didn't remember to put my lights on, but still. I've learned lessons, I'll explain this at the end. I didn't quite understand what was going on. It meant the conversation between myself and the policeman wasn't very coherent. I don't know how to describe it, but basically I started shouting. Everything that was coming out of my mouth was just What had also happened, my car, my little Cardis, you know if you know, it has this little thing where it likes to turn my lights on randomly when I'm driving, and that's in daytime too. Guess when it decided to turn the lights on? The second I pulled over. So here's how the situation, how I can vaguely remember it. So the policeman goes, you haven't got your lights on. To which I look and see that my lights are on, and I'm like, I have, although it probably was more like, I have. He said, but you've just turned them on. And in this panic state, I'd forgotten that my car does this, so I was like, but no I didn't, and he's like, yeah, which just kind of... I wasn't giving him eye contact at all, and when I get stressed, I go very monotone, and just, basically, I think he realised, we're having some communication difficulties here, and he just said, right, okay, well, I'm just warning you, you know, put your lights on when it's dark, etc., which is fair enough, but it was me panicking at the situation, which made it so much more scary. He didn't even take my number plate, he didn't even take my name, nothing. He just simply wanted to warn me. Obviously, every single time I get in the car, I'm now like, right, assess lightness situation, is it dark? No, lead lights on, lights. But luckily that interaction as a whole could have been a lot worse. Yes, it's made me a much more safer and more aware driver. If anybody has seen the curious incident of the dog in the night time, don't worry, this isn't going to spoil the plot. Christopher, the main character who's autistic, there's going to be people in the comments like, well actually, there's no actually specified he's autistic. He's autistic, get over it. There's a bit where he's investigating something and a policeman comes over to him and touches him. Christopher then punches him. I think that's what happened. Obviously that made the situation worse and that meant that Christopher got taken to the police station. But I'm so scared, I'm petrified. If a policeman touches me and I react like that, it could escalate situations a lot more than they need to be. And I don't want to be in a prison cell. There's even cases in the news right now of actual autistic people having misunderstood run-ins with the police because of how it's been handled, and yeah. Autism's something which makes it harder to communicate, especially in intense environments. There's no hope of communicating. I know there is work being done to help train police to deal with people with autism, but I just want to put this warning out there to just say, when you get into a police interaction, just make sure you get out the fact you're autistic. It's not using it as an excuse in this situation, it's going, look, I have autism, therefore you're able to use the training that you have received specifically for people with autism, so then the two of us can communicate a lot better and get the situation resolved quicker. Other than driving, I don't really do anything else that kind of makes room for error in terms of breaking the law. You never know what could happen, you could end up in a situation, and I just don't want anything to happen unnecessarily to people. Go and research Marcus Potter, okay? I don't want to go into it particularly in the video because it kind of upsets and stresses me a bit. In the comments, have you ever had any interactions with the police, or have you heard any stories of autism versus the police? Then again, if you're dealing with a policeman because you've murdered someone, just give up. I hope there aren't murderers watching this channel. I don't want murderers watching me. I hope this has been of some help to some of you, even if it's just one of you. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.